Oh my God. So here we go, folks. We got Friday night football for you. St. Michael's Crusaders, who are 2-2, versus the Guardians here. And St. Michael's is back ready to return this kick.
Lincoln Obermeyer, Xander Romero, Malachi Smith back deep for the Crusaders.
It is the John Paul II Guardians. Sorry for the quick start here. Just trying to get all set up for the game. Back to return, as you heard our PA say, Xander Romero, and here we go. Little short kick here to the right side, gonna take this back. Out past the 30, and cutting forward to about the 36. Good kick return by senior Lincoln Obermeyer.
Sean Fillmore on the stop. It'll be Crusader ball, first down and 10.
And as we come in tonight to this game,
37.
a few storylines here. The senior quarterback here, it's going to be Marcus Vondrak, taking place of the junior Carson Kruver. Kruver out with a concussion after last week's game against the Regents, which they lost, unfortunately, 49-21, but hoping to bounce back is the Crusaders. And this one was a pass up the middle intended for Romero, incomplete. And that'll make it second down. Once again, I apologize for the rush start here. Setting everything up here, and the game got started very quickly. But here we are, second down. Pantoja in the back. Hands it off to up the left side. Now he cuts it up the middle. Not much defense to stop him, but now they wrap him up around the 45-yard line. Good carry there, but not enough for the first down. And that'll bring up third.
9-yard gains here by third down and 1.
Vondrak takes a snap. Another handoff to Pantoja. Pantoja gets the first down, and that's a good couple plays for the Crusaders to get their first down of the game. So Vondrak, this is his first start of the game, or first start of the year, excuse me, as we line up for a play here. Pantoja on his left. Oh, someone jumped there, no flag called. Oh, there's the flag. A little dump off to Pantoja. Makes a juke and a spin move and gets wrapped up quickly. I don't think it'll matter. That was neutral zone infraction right there. That'll give the Crusaders some yards and a first down. So as I was saying, Vondrak here, his first start of the year. He's a senior. He was a quarterback last year, starting behind another quarterback who left his senior year. And now he is starting for the first time this year. He came in after Kruver left mid-game against the Regents, but did not do enough for them to get the win. Still got blown out, dropped to 2-2. Hoping to go above 500 here as the Crusaders on their first drive. Vondrak takes a snap, a little delayed handoff, cut back, and Pantoja gets a few yards there. Enough for a first down.
By Sean Fillmore. Plays good for Crusader, first down.
And Pantoja comes out, and here comes Malachi Smith. He's a junior. He was the running back for most of the game, the major running back in the Regents game. He showed his wheels and his speed. Now no one in the backfield for Vondrak here. Vondrak with 3 claps, looks to his right, now back to his left. Pressure comes, and he dumps it off to Malachi Smith. And there's that speed, getting up the middle, can't be brought down, and now he's brought down around the 15-yard line. Nice job by Malachi Smith and Marcus Vondrak with the improvisation there. And now the Crusaders up to their own 15.
For Crusader, first down to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line. Vondrak showing that he wants this starting job here with a good starting first drive. Let's see if the Crusaders can finish it. Vondrak takes a snap, steps back a few steps, moving around, lobs it up to the end zone. He's got Moreland. That's a touchdown. Crusaders score quickly. Great play right there by Vondrak and Moreland. Moreland burned his defenders, and Vondrak just looking for a little more time. Offensive line gave him that, and they get the early score, 6-0 Crusaders. And that right there was perfect touch by Marcus Vondrak. Just dropped it right into the hands now. Moreland had a lot of space there. Hard to not feed him the ball there, but a good play nonetheless. And here's kicker Sammy Stone to kick. And knocks it through as usual. So the Crusaders jump out to an early 7-0 lead.
Don't forget fans, our concession stand has many nutritious, delicious, and moderately priced snacks. And all the revenue tonight.
Alright, I apologize there. Just getting the link out for our stream. Thank you to everyone who's joined so far. I appreciate the views. And I appreciate you being here to watch Crusader football with me. I have a great time doing these things. I have a great time seeing the Crusaders score on the opening drive. Now, I talked to the players earlier, and they were fully confident that this would be a victory for them. We'll see how the defense holds up here. They did not play great against the Regents, allowing 49 points in their loss on the 24th. But maybe the defense has worked hard in practice and gotten it down, and we'll see how they do against the Guardians. Now, John Paul, 2 Guardians have a chance here to return the score. And here's the kick. 1 man back to return, and now we've got a whistle. Crusader band loud. Thank you for joining me here. We've got a beautiful, beautiful sunset setting over this Friday night football game. Friday night lights are out, and we're ready to kick off again. Here we go. And this is a low kick, and he's going to let it go. This is a live ball, and they let it go out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty. Smart move there by John Paul players, letting that go out, but it almost looked like he was avoiding the ball. Happened to go out of bounds, because if that had stayed in, that is a live ball there. If you're just joining us, Crusaders up 7-0 with an early touchdown. Vondrak to Joseph Moreland for a 15-yard touchdown.
Crusaders will kick off from the 35.
And that ball went out of bounds, so instead of the normal NFL penalty that you see where the returning team will take it up to about the 40, this one is just going to have to be moved back 5 yards, so not too big of a deal. And a retry for Sammy Stone. I bet he'll kick this one a lot better, as he usually does. That might have been a bit of a misfire there. And this one, much better kick, but it's trailing for the sideline too, and this one will go out as well. What are they going to call this?
Kickoff goes out of bounds.
Head coach Jeff Dykes might get a little frustrated here. You can see him over on the very far side, on the left side of our sideline. And I think they'll run this one back again from the 30-yard line. Very interesting style here for kickoffs. You'd think they would just give it to the other team, let them play, but instead we're going to kick off for a third time. It's just like back on the playground playing football. You'd kick it bad, you go re-kick, try to get back, redo it. Well, this is literally what's happening here. Jeff Dykes will be frustrated here, but it looks like they're not going to re-kick it, and they're just going to give it back to the offense. So John Paul here, going to make their first offensive drive. Oh, we've got a little bit of a miscommunications here.
Wait for the sun to go down so we get a better view.
Yeah, until the next, third time's the charm.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we'll kick off from the 30.
Okay, and now, as you heard our PA, we will kick off now from the 30-yard line. Sammy Stone getting a third try.
Normally, I think that's what they do. They must have a return guy back there and they want to put in action. Right. Right, I guess Andy's trying to keep it from going through. That's the onside kicker. Onside kicker.
Third crack at it. Let's see if Sammy Stone can kick it a little better this time. Third time's the charm, as they say. Here's the kick. And this one is looking a lot better, but trailing left. Oh, and a muff there. Returner's going to take it out, go up to the left side. He's stuck in traffic. Can he get around the corner? No, he can't. Good tackle there by Utah Anderson, a freshman. And third time really was the charm. They get him down here, and not too much damage after the 2 penalties. Now, John Paul 2, Guardians take the field. Let's see if St. Michael's defense can shut them down. You can see a lot of players on St. Michael's play both sides of the ball. You can see Malachi Smith and Joe Moreland out there. Joe Moreland, a star both side of the ball player.
Livio, quarterback.
And the quarterback looks to be numbers are hard to see. Number 4, Aiden Olivio, not quite sure there. I'm gonna say, our PA said Olivo. I'm gonna go with that. Sounds good. And now, delay of game here, called. And John Paul's going to move it back. And if this is any sign of the pace of this game, well then, folks, we're in here for a long show because we've got about 4 or 3 back-to-back penalties, back-to-back, I'd say. Now, Aiden Olivo and his team will set up shop here from about the 14-yard line. Runner set in motion, and this is just going to be a QB draw, and he looks like he's got some speed here. They'll get it up to about the 25. Good gain here, but the penalty set them back. So it'll be second down and about 6.
Second down and 6.
So 4 wide and 1 in the backfield. That'll be number 1. Ryan Lennon is the running back here. Oh, I'm sorry, no. I read the 4 as the 1 is another QB draw, and a helmet comes flying. That's never good to see. That helmet would be Matthew Gilby, a senior, defensive line.
Let's go, Eli.
Plays good for Centurion first down.
A first down for the Centurions or Guardians. Let's see here. I may have gotten some bad info, folks, unfortunately. Gosh darn it. And there's a throw out to the wide, a low throw, but he's going to take off and get some speed down the field. Still on his feet and still going is number 22. That's Elijah Allen. He's a senior as well. Big gain here. 3 straight plays of forward progress for the Centurions. I have to figure out if this is their mascot or not. There's the Guardians, John Paul. There's a lot of schools named John Paul too. You'd have no idea. I am so confused. Okay. So there's the pump fake and the hit. And he gets a few yards there. Allen again. So, just a little bit funny here. There's the Corpus Christi Centurions, John Paul II, and there's the ones from New Braunfels, which are the Guardians. I'm going to go ahead and say Centurions, even though that's a harder word to say. I don't like that word, but our PA is saying that, and I doubt he would have the wrong information, but you never know. So, excuse me for this. Another run up the middle. That'll be Allen again. And John Paul really just pushing through this defense here to get gains on every play. No incompletions, but actually, all the plays on this drive so far have been runs, and all the plays of the game have been runs for John Paul II. The Centurions, of course. So Allen off to a good start this game. Now on the left side of Olivio. And Olivio gonna take it up the middle, and he's got some room to work. And John Paul just cutting up the defense here of St. Michael's. And this will look just like this is gonna be deja vu here to the Regents games, where the Crusaders just got beaten up on defense, just every play, bunch of yards or at least a few yards, cutting right through their defense like butter. And John Paul II is doing the same thing. No passes yet. Hopefully Coach Dykes will get some run defense going. And another run, and there it is. There's the stop. Defense piles on him at the line. No holes opened up for Allen. And they shut him down there. Four wide again, one in the slot, and now Allen, and the ball is muffed here. And luckily, Olivio can't do anything with that. Muffed snap here, there by Aiden Olivio. And I'm sorry, that name, I'm getting a different pronunciation from my PA guy and from my brain. So I'm gonna say Olivio. That's what it looks like. I don't see any I after the V, so I'm not gonna say Olivio. Apologize. But muff snap there, and that play looked very similar to one we saw at the Regents game, where the QB of the Regents muffed the ball and still got in for a touchdown. Luckily, the Crusaders managed to stop him there and not look like fools on that play. And whistle is blown now as you hear the cowbells clanging. And Crusaders got themselves a nice third down here. Let's see if they can shut them down, hold them to a field goal. You never know at the high school level, a field goal from this length can still be missed. So if you're just joining us, score is 7-0. Crusaders up with an early drive and score, led by Vondrak, Pantoja, and Moreland with the 16-yard touchdown early in this game. And we've seen all runs except for the muffed snap. And that actually is a rush play too from John Paul. They look like they watched their tape on St. Michael's, as St. Michael's was beat up by the run game versus Regents in their 49-21. So third down here. Olivio and Allen in the backfield. Three wide, one in the slot. You can see Kruger warming up, and here Olivio, he's going to pass. Goes for the out route, and he's got his man. That's going to be a first down for the Centurions. So a nice route there. Allen looked like he knew exactly who he was going to there. Finds a little bit of space on the out route. Now they've got a first and goal from the 2-yard line. So not much resistance here from the Crusaders. They made a nice stop to get it to third down, but can't do anything after. And now, yep, it's going to be a run, and he's going to get in for the touchdown.
Allen on the carry
That would be
is successful.
Elijah Allen, who gets in for the score.
All right, that was a touchdown.
That'll make it 6-7 here as the Centurions answer right back. And looking to even it up here.
Guerrero on the attempt.
Back to kick is number 24, Jacob Guerrero. He's a junior. And a little chip shot. That's good enough to get the job done. And we're all tied at 7-7 with 4:31 left in this first quarter. So a little recap here. We've seen great drives from both teams. Both offenses doing great, strong, powerful drives. Great, solid football here from both offenses. And a little bit lackluster defense from both sides as well. It looks like this game, from what we've seen so far, is going to be based off whose defense can shut down the offense. Hopefully we see a high-scoring one here. That would be fun to watch. But both offenses honestly look very sharp. And if they can shut down the other powerful offense on defense, then they may be able to drive back and get in the end zone and put the game in their favor. So Guerrero here, back to kick. Chip. His first kickoff did not look great. You wonder what power he has in his legs or if that's just a style of kicking. We'll see here, and yeah, that was a great kick. Goes back to the 10-yard line. Romero gonna return, looking for a hole, and he almost found one. It looked like a face mask there, but they don't call it, and he gets out to the 31-yard line. So Crusaders will set up shop here about the 32, and it looks like it is gonna be Marcus Vondrack in the QB spot again. I know we saw Kruver warming up. I think he's officially out of this game with a concussion, but he is on the sideline all suited up, so you never know. But so far, so good for Marcus Vondrack, the senior. Now 4 wide here for the Crusaders. Malachi Smith back, and now Vondrack rolls out left, turns his hips, and throws it incomplete. Looking for Jack Esparza on the out route toward the left sideline. A little bit of a shove from the defender there, but no call from the refs. Second down for the Crusaders. Smith on the right of Vondrack. Vondrack calling to his receivers. Moreland tight to the right. Here's the snap. Looking straight to his right and looking for Moreland. There he is. Nice route there, and he's going to get some extra yards after catch, and there he goes. Look at the speed, and Moreland is gone. After the first incompletion by the Crusaders, the second play is a long 70-yard touchdown. I have to say there, great throw by Vondrack, but really, Moreland did the work there. He got a nice in route, gets space from the defenders, stops his feet, looks upfield, and gets loose of his 2 cornerbacks and turns it upfield. What a great play there by Moreland. He's beginning to be the star receiver on this team. And that'll make it a quick response by the Crusaders. And on the first drives by each team, we saw very slow play and marching up the field as Sammy Stone kicks it here. And it's good. Good kick there. As I was saying, we saw in the first 2 drives, or the first drives by each team, slowly marching the ball up the field. I'm looking for a word here, but I can't find it, unfortunately, so I'll have to settle. Just slowly marching the ball upfield, lots of plays, and then short touchdowns. And here we see 2 plays from the Crusaders and big yards. So that'll go down as 68 yards, 2 plays for the Crusaders. And let's see if their defense can shut down John Paul this time and maybe get another score on the board and widen out this lead.
Sam's coming on to kick off. Rivera and Anderson back deep for the Centurions.
So Stone looking for a better kick, and this one is a boomer. Great kick here, and goes into the end zone for a touchback. So much better than his first 3 tries.
End zone for a touchback.
Well done there.
Centurions are first and 10 from their 25.
So senior Aiden Olivo setting up shop here at the 25, looking to do the same thing he did last drive, him and his running back Allen, if not even quicker, just as the Crusaders did. Their first drive, there it is, that's the word, methodically marching the ball upfield. I hear that announcers say that a lot. So in motion is number 13, and here's another run. This time it's the option, or not the option, the jet sweep, and it goes nowhere. That was to number 13, Deshaun Fillmore. He's a senior.
And Obermeyer on the stop.
Lincoln Obermeyer, a senior, makes the tackle.
Second down and 8.
And if the defense here can just shut down the offense, make them punt, go 3 and out, that would be excellent results here. And their offense is moving well enough to get him back in the end zone again. But both defenses here so far have been not too strong. We'll have to see if Crusaders can shut them down. And here's a handoff up the right side to Allen, and Allen's got some space to work with again, and he cuts it back, misses is Malachi Smith. Here comes number 1, Xander Romero, to make the tackle, but not after a big gain. That'll be 75 yards right there. I'm sorry, 65 yards
That's a 23-yard line.
to get him into almost the red zone. Great run by Allen. That's his second big run of the game. And as we just said, there's the defense lacking, although Romero made a great chase down tackle. Very unique there, using his shoulder, jumping forward and catching up. Showed his speed there for sure. Let me turn the camera so everyone can see. I apologize. Here's another handoff. Going to go right back to Allen, and he gets wrapped up here at the line.
Allen on the carry. Christian Villarreal on the stop for Crusaders. Let's bring up third down and 9. Second
I'm
down
sorry,
and 9.
that's going to be a 50-yard run by Allen. I was trying to do the math on the fly. You know, they don't say 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. That would be nice. I could do that math. But fortunately, football says 40, 50, 40, 30, 20. So I was trying to do the math in my head while also thinking about Romero's nice tackle. It didn't turn out so good. Here's Allen up the middle again, and he's going to be wrapped up again.
Allen on the carry.
So Crusaders see right through the 2 runs to start
John Griffin and Mason Smith on the
these
stop.
downs here. Going to give him a third down and long, to be precise.
We're at third down and 7.
And I wonder if we'll see a run here from John Paul. Olivo with 2 runners behind him, lines up under center. And he's going to roll out, and here's a pass. He's going to throw it deep and let him out of the back of the end zone a little bit too far, and that'll be 4th down here. Great job by the Crusaders to shut him down after the short gain, or the long gain on the run by Allen, and then 2 very short runs by him. Defense stopped him out of line, and then the incompletion there. And we'll see what the Centurions bring out here. Will they want to get points on the board or get the first down? So far, they've been showing that they can get the first down. They're 1 for 1 on third down conversions here. And they're going to call timeout. Looked like the Centurions did not know what was going on. Some confusing running around in the backfield there.
Crusader fans, don't forget tonight's concession stand. Revenue goes to our basketball team. Crusader volleyball won 2 games this week, including a victory over the Regents last night.
John Paul possibly rethinking this fourth down conversion here. It looks like they're going to leave everybody on the field and go for it now. And the sun just now setting over the hills of beautiful North Austin. And we're here for Friday Night Football. The Crusaders up 14-7 over John Paul II Centurions. And here's a 4th and 6 try. One man in the backfield and now split out. And here's Olivo looking left. He's got a man and knocked down by Romero. Looked like the receiver was bumped, but they're going to give it to him. And there's the turnover on downs for the Crusaders. And there's that stop that they needed. Now the offense can get back up there, and they've scored 2 straight. Why not 3? Not to do the old announcer jinx, but would love to see it. First quarter not even yet over. 1:05 left. Going on 30 minutes here of our stream. Thank you if you've joined, if you're watching now. I appreciate it. If you'd like to email in, ask questions, email at joshthar05@gmail.com. Now Vondrack with one in the backfield, 2 to his right, 1 to his left, gonna take the snap in the shotgun, airs it out, looking deep. Oh, and he had his man, that would be Jack Esparza, a leader on this team, a senior. Hit him right in the hands, but nice defense by the Centurions cornerback there. Knocks it out. And you'll really usually see Jack Esparza bring that ball in. Fortunately, he doesn't there. That would have been a big gain. But I like the aggressiveness from St. Michael's, up 7, looking for another score. Esparza takes the snap, and it's going to be a screen pass to Romero. Not much room to work with, but Romero is going to break it out, and we're going to see this speed now. And another big play. Can he make it to the end zone? He can! Touchdown, Crusaders! Another yards after catch play for the Crusaders, and that's going to be a lot of yards, more than Moreland this time. And we saw Romero's speed on defense. There's the speed on offense. Little screen pass, looked like he had nowhere to work with, and John Paul's defensive players just getting bamboozled by the St. Michael's Crusaders right now. Receivers. I'm sorry, I cannot speak this evening. Might have had a little bit too much school. My brain is fried. Anyway, that's going to make it 20-7 and some explosive offense right now from the Crusaders. Here's the kick. Sammy Stone knocks it through. 21-7. Crusaders in the lead, and the first quarter is not yet over. So far, the scoring summary in this game. Early in the game on the first drive, Crusaders got a 16-yard touchdown, Vondrack to Moreland, and then a long yards after catch run or pass, 68 yards from Vondrack to Moreland. And then just now, as you saw, an 80-yard touchdown, yards after catch, Vondrack to Romero. And of course, if you're new with football, I know I'm not saying it the best, but yards after catch, meaning the receiver catches it and runs and gets a lot of yards, not just a deep pass where he catches it and is tackled. And we've seen 2 of those this game,
Oscar Anderson.
both for touchdowns. And combined, they're going to go for 148 yards. And just, once again, quick scores by the Crusaders. And quick points. And they're going to give this right back to John Paul. See if they can shut him down again and take a big lead. Big boot by Sam Stone. This one's going to be a little loopy and going to be taken from the 5-yard line. Still a great kick. And out of bounds. At about the 30. So last drive, John Paul marched down the field, but got stopped with a 4th and 6 down near their own red zone. I literally cannot talk today. I apologize. Stuttering and slipping over words, but Crusader defense feeling hot off the stop. Gonna come out and try to stop them again, and if they could open this up, get another stop, show that they are the stronger defense, as John Paul's defense has shown nothing so far. The Crusaders offense has been eating them alive, and here's the pass out to the right. That's gonna go to Allen. Allen gonna try to cut upfield, but steps out of bounds. This will be 2nd down. They're going to mark him here at about the 33-yard line. Allen with a big game so far. He's got a lot of yards. Crusaders having trouble tackling him, but have shut him down a few times when it mattered. Now here's Olivo in the shotgun. And gonna fake the jet sweep and hand it off to Allen. Allen gets shut down again, but is it enough for the 1st down? It looks like it is. We'll have to see. Junior Eli Anderson getting the stop there. And 3rd down and inches is what they're gonna give it. So another chance to shut him down. I can't imagine that I'm sorry, I forgot their name. Brain is just spinning right now. The Centurions don't get this 1st down here with their running game that they've had so far. With 2 downs, I can't imagine they'll punt either if they don't get it on this 3rd and inches. And now whistles have been blown. And play stop. And folks, if you can hear me right now, I apologize. I did not know it, but I think I'm very tired from this week of school. Had a golf tournament on Monday. That was very fun. I had quite a few tests, as they bring out the sticks here to measure. I had quite a few tests this week. And I think it's weighing on my conscience here, because I'm stumbling over words and speaking slowly. And they're going to call it short, so here it's going to be 3rd and inches as originally called. So if the Crusaders can get a stop here, force them to punt or turn it over, I would be very impressed. If you're just joining us, the score is 21-7. The Crusaders have been leading this game. As you can see, the nice orange tint on the sky of North Austin over St. Michael's Crusader Field. And this will mark the end of the 1st quarter. We'll flip sides here.
Service Officer Georgia Hernandez. Co-Captain Evelyn Fusilier. And Captain Emily Gonzalez. And the varsity cheerleader of the week is Emmy Voorhees. Thank you, cheerleaders. Let's give them a round of applause.
So 3rd and inches here. My guess, as they line up in the I formation, is a handoff here. Nope, they're just going to send it with the quarterback. Looks like he stopped up at the line, but the referees are running out, calling it first down. So first down for John Paul.
Play is good for a first down.
They get just about the inches they need to give themselves the first down. And now Crusaders looking to not leave it to a 3rd and inches. Shut them down well before that. No turnovers yet in this game, just a lot of offense, mostly from the Crusaders. 3 passing touchdowns, but they were basically running touchdowns, as 2 of them were over 60-yard touchdowns running after catch. And here's a little pitch out to the side, and he's going to get knocked down there. That'll be number 50, Mason Smith. Good stop by him. Just speeds into him like a bullet, blows him up. And they'll only get 3 from that play. Coming in from the sideline is number 2, Georges Fadu. I did not say that right, I guarantee you. But it's all right. So few in the backfield here for Olivo. And bringing the blitz as the Crusaders, and the handoff up the middle. Going to make a few fancy moves there is Elijah Allen.
Tackled by Utah Anderson and Mark Montoya.
Looked like the Crusaders had him there, but he breaks through, some slick moves, slides through the defense, and gets the first down. Well done by him. He's been having that kind of game. Even though they're not up, he's been running for some big yards here, and the small carries have been helping him too. So out of the huddle come the Centurions, sticking with 3 in the backfield. Tight end lines up on the left and 2 wide. And here's the fake, and defense almost had it, but here goes Olivo. Gonna get up the sideline, cuts it back, and there's a flag on the field back at the 32.
Olivia on the carry.
Good run there by Olivo.
Onside on the stop. Flag on the play.
Both him and Allen have a lot of speed, a lot of elusiveness, making men miss on the Crusaders defense. I don't know if this will be holding here. The flag didn't make it back to where the holding was.
The holding call on the Centurions.
And it will be holding. Back to first down. They're going to lose 10 here.
Going to bring up first down and 4.
Apologize for that. Camera stand fell over. Oh, and it looks like the penalty might have been canceled here as John Paul's lining up in the same. Here's the pitch to Allen. Cuts it back.
On the carry.
And he's got some room to work. Still pushing ahead. Still running on pace as he has today.
Jack Sparza on the stop.
Just really making the defense work. And he's had his big runs today, but also his small runs. He just keeps pushing for extra yards, does not let the Crusader defense hold him to a few. And that'll be another first down for John Paul. So methodically moving the ball downfield right now. They're going to line up here at the 32. Looking to answer back and at least go within 7 here. I have to feel like a field goal is not an option for John Paul. So 3 in the backfield here again for Olivo. And he steps back and defense is on his leg. He's going to lob it up, and that is almost picked off.
Pass goes incomplete.
Odd play there as the defense breaks the line immediately and hangs on to Olivo's
And
foot.
on the pressure.
He still gets rid of the ball, but luckily for him, an incompletion. I thought that would go right into the waiting arms of Jack Esparza. So 2nd and 10 here. (21-7) is the score here. 2nd and 10, with 9 minutes left on the clock in this second quarter of play. Second quarter. So Allen goes out right, and here's a QB draw, and that's going to get him the first down. Another good run by Olivo, and he's done more with his legs today than with his arm. And that's been the story for the
Overmeyer and then
St.
White on the stop.
John Paul II offense. It's been on the ground is where they're getting their yards.
First down.
Crusader defense just trying anything to stop him here. You saw that play earlier, grabbing onto the leg of the quarterback and hanging on. That was their best play so far on this drive and still only resulted in an incompletion. Allen on the right of Olivo, and here's the handoff draw up the middle.
Allen on the carry.
And he's still pushing through, and just another great run by Allen. He's showing his seniority here on this team,
Malachi Smith on
and that's
the
going to
stop.
put him within the 5 here. And a great opportunity for John Paul to score. Let me turn the camera for you folks. I apologize. So they're going to be right on the 5-yard line here, and I think we're going to have to see a run here from John Paul, predicting it. I can't imagine they pass in this situation, but still in the shotgun is Olivo, and they are going to pass, although it's a short one, and the defense is ready for it right there.
Pass goes incomplete.
Lurking was number 56, Nicholas Vela, but an incompletion all the same.
Yeah, on the coverage.
A little bit of a high pass to Allen through his
Second down and
hands,
goal.
and it's going to be 2nd and goal, as you just heard our PA say. Going on 45 minutes of our stream here in North Austin at Crusader Field. And we got 2nd and goal here. 21-7 is the Crusaders up, but looking to score here is John Paul, and
Allen on the carry.
this time Allen breaks one tackle but gets nothing more. Shut down at basically line. Gonna give him about 1 yard.
Third and goal from the 5.
And third and goal here. The Crusaders have them to another 3rd down, but the stops have not been coming. They've only stopped them 1 time on 3rd down and then forced them to turn the ball over on 4th. Here's the pass, looking right. Here comes the defense. He's avoiding. It's Olivo looking back, and he's going to pitch this and get the touchdown. What improvisation by Olivo. And it looked like the defense had him covered there, but he just slings it.
Down pass complete.
A nice soft pass, and wide open in the end zone was Rivero. And that'll make it 13-21 as John Paul, with a interesting play there, gets him the touchdown. And that's just one of the plays where you throw the play out the window and the receivers just look for an open spot, and Rivero did find an open spot there. No one was around. I think everybody had their eyes on Olivo, thought they were going to bring him down there. And there's a little chip kick that gets through the field goal. Once again, gets the job done.
Puts your score, Crusaders 21.
And it'll be 14-21.
Fury is 14.
John Paul answers back, but if the Crusaders keep playing their offense as they have been, this will be a 28-14 game going into half or close to half. We've seen 3 drives from the Crusaders and 3 touchdowns. Of course, we have the first short pass as they were moving the ball downfield very good. And just short gain, and then the 16-yard pass to Moreland. But then the next 2 drives, we saw only about 2 or 3 plays, and both plays over 65 yards. But not deep passes, just short passes, and Moreland and Romero just making a defender miss and then using their speed to get down the field. Very exciting to watch, of course. I'm going to adjust my camera real quick here. Thank you. And for John Paul, just a 2-yard run by Allen, and then that pass there for about 5 yards for the touchdown by Olivo.
Guerrero on to kick off. Romero, Smith, and Pantoja back deep.
So contrast to John Paul's style of kick returning, the Crusaders will have 3 back for any side of the field. John Paul only brings 1, seems to get the job done. And there's the chip shot kick, low and straight to Malachi Smith. He's got some speed. Let's see what he does here. Can he get some blockers? He can, and there he goes. Breaks it out to the left side. Defender chasing him down. Stiff arm to the face, and he's brought down at about the 25. Great play there. And you just knew when you see him take it from that right side.
Centurions
He breaks out the speed and cuts it back to the left, got some nice blocks, and does the rest on his feet. And that'll give him great field position to start. And you know, it actually, if they score here, they may have another chance before half. I don't doubt that that would be the case. So Vondrak, 3 for 3 on passing touchdowns. So far, he's shown better than Kruver. I don't want to play politics here, but he is the senior here. And here's a pass and great catch by Jack Esparza there. He had an earlier drop on a deep pass. It was less of a drop and more of the ball knock loose, but still hit him right in the chest. A good pass there by Vondrak. Had a little bit of spin there, and I might have been mistaken here because Kruver is in right now. So they're going to take Vondrak out after 3 for 3. I'm not sure who passed that last ball, but Kruver is going to step back and air it out. He's got Esparza, gets a foot down, and touchdown Crusaders! So this time, not a ton of yards after catch. That was just a big play in the air, and you know Kruver has that long arm. Hits him in the back corner of the end zone, and Esparza uses that lanky frame to get over his defender and bring it down. And all you need in college and high school is 1 foot there, and he certainly gets it down. Great job by him. And that'll make another quick score here. Only 7 minutes left from 9 minutes at the start of this drive. And it'll be 28-14. And if the Crusaders can shut them down here quick on defense, as they have a few times, and get another score, this will be looking good for the Crusaders. Another great kick by Sam Stone. He's improved tremendously from last year. So, Carson Kruver, the man with the concussion, is going to get in on the scoring here against this seemingly weak John Paul offense. Or defense, excuse me. So Esparza gets back-to-back catches on that drive. 1 for a few yards and 1 for a touchdown. And we'll keep the camera right here for the kickoff. Sammy Stone, after his first set of kickoffs, which actually took 3 attempts, 2 penalties on there with the high school rules, he's been pretty good on that, on the rest of his kickoffs. And he's looked great all year. He hasn't missed much, if anything. And he's got the bigger leg of the kickers in this battle. Here's a kick. John Paul brings 2 back. This one's going to go to the right side from the 5. He's going to take this one out. Looking for a gap, and he does not get it. Great tackle there. That'll be, again, number 56, Nicholas Vela. He's been all over this field on defense today. Good job stopping the kick return there. Looked like he had a little head of speed there. Shut him down.
29-yard line.
So we've got 6:50 left in this second quarter. John Paul has had 2 very solid drives so far that have resulted in touchdowns. No huge plays. I mean, they have had the big runs by number 22, Elijah Allen. But no big passing plays except for that nice scramble by Olivo, which he pitched it into the end zone. And here's Allen again. Going to get a few. Coming out of the backfield there, though, doesn't get much past the line of scrimmage. I think that was Mr. Ja Griffin on the tackle, number 61. So 1 in the backfield for Olivo, and he's going to hand it off, of course, to Allen. And here's Allen. He's got speed again, and there he goes. And we've just been watching this run eat up the Crusaders all game. They've stopped him quite a few times, but they'll just keep pounding that run up the middle, and he just keeps getting those yards. Another 20-plus yard gain. The Crusader line is just getting blocked up, and then the secondary does not make the play. And Allen gets a lot of speed, as we're learning in physics right now, with acceleration. He accelerates very quickly out of the backfield. My teacher, Miss De La Cruz, would be very happy with me, or maybe she wouldn't. I'm not sure. And here's the option, and he's going to cut it back. Olivo's got some speed too, and here, a good behind-the-back tackle by Jod Griffin again. Looked like Olivo could have broken that off for some yards, but Griffin just pushes him down from the back. And it looks like we've got a timeout on the field. So we're going here almost an hour on our stream. We're in the second quarter with about 5:30 to play. Thank you for joining in and watching my stream. And St. Michael's football, happy to bring this to y'all on a Friday night, beautiful Friday night. It's dark now, but it was a beautiful night with the sunset at the very start of our stream. And if you'd like to email, ask questions, get featured on the stream, anything of the like, I'd love to talk to some outside people. I'm kind of stuck in this box here, very lonely, and would love to talk to someone. So if you'd like to email in, email to my primary email, joshthar05@gmail.com. Please do not send that to any scammers or Nigerian princes. I'd be very unhappy to see that I lost all my information. But feel free to email in, and I'd love to feature your email on the show. Any questions you have about the game, about the school. I am a student at the school. Here's the read option in number 13. We've seen this a few times, and he's going to get the first down, I think.
Fillmore on the carry. Jack Sparrs on the stop.
That's going to be, oops, I have exited out of my roster screen to try to tell you about the email. That's number 13, Fillmore.
Play is good for us.
That's his second option. I'm sorry, do I keep saying option? I mean jet sweep. I'm usually so good about knowing that play. I love running it in Madden, but having a few brain cramps up here tonight, if you'll excuse me for that. So Fillmore in motion again, going to the left side, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, and Allen, and now he's going to go back in motion, the fake jet sweep, and there's, oh my goodness, Allen with another head of steam, and he's going to get another first down. Allen, a senior, he's a big guy and he's quick, and I can see how it would be tough to shut him down.
On the stop.
And
Play is good for Centurion.
John Paul Centurions quickly, or semi-quickly, getting into scoring position. You can see Vondrak on the sideline warming up. Be exciting to see who goes in. There's a bit of a quarterback duel here. Not from opposing teams, but on the same team. And there's the handoff. The jet sweep again to Fillmore, and Fillmore gets shut down again. He hasn't really broken anything off with the jet sweep, only about 20 yards total. Let me flip the camera for you so you fine people can see. Apologize. Running everything out here. I would pay for a cameraman, but I don't have that kind of cash, unfortunately. Also running off my iPhone. Hopefully that's not too blurry. You can see the lights there. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. Hopefully I don't forget. The light's a little blinding, but it is Friday Night Lights. Oh, we're out of focus. Oh boy. Let me zoom back out. Okay. Flipping sides is Allen. And here's the, is it a fake handoff? Wow, fooled me, and that's going to get him into the end zone. Olivo with his first rushing touchdown. He's shown his power on the ground so far, but this is the first time he got in the end zone, and John Paul responds right back to the Crusaders. So after that 4th and out, or I'm sorry, the turnover on downs on 4th down, really no defenses on either side have gotten stops, and the teams, as I said, high-scoring game so far, only the second quarter, first half. And it'll be 21-28, assuming he makes his kick here. Oh, and it's tipped, and did I just announce or jinx it? I did, but luckily, because I'm on the Crusader side here, that one misses, and it'll be 28-20. So
Centurion's 20.
still a one-possession game, but it'll take the two-point conversion if they want it back. I think that ball was tipped there. Low kicks is what we've seen from John Paul, and that one does not change anything. Shows no difference here. And you can see if I zoom in here, we've got our Crusader mascot with his head off. I've learned that his name is Chuck the Crusader, my intel tells me. And he's walking around with no head. I don't know, it's a pretty hot game. Sometimes you gotta take your head off. It's okay, it's acceptable. I wonder if he's getting paid. I think he's a student here, from what I can tell. So we've passed the 1 hour mark on our stream, and the score is currently 28-20. Crusaders up and have maintained the lead this whole entire game. And if they can score again, they've gone 4 for 4 on scoring drives. Last drive, a big return by Malachi Smith, and then Kruger throws for the 20-yard touchdown to Jack Esparza. If they'll score again, they'll just keep the advantage and actually will take a 15-point lead, assuming they don't go for 2 or miss the field goal. We'll see how the confidence is feeling for the kicker here after he missed that field goal. And clearly not very good as he squibs it. But actually, this is actually a good kick attempt and drop. Now going to take it out is Pantoja. And I was wrong. That was a good plan there by John Paul. Just keeps it low and a little bit muffed by Pantoja. He is the running back. He's used to being handed the ball right into his arms and not picking it off the ground, so I understand that.
The Crusader ball, first down and 10.
Running low on time is the Crusaders, but we've seen some quick drives and quick scores from them so far. I don't doubt they'll do it again. And maybe they can run the timeout and go into halftime up 15 would be the optimal thing. See Sammy Stone over there on the sideline warming up his kicks. They may settle for a field goal here, but I doubt with the way they've been playing, they won't score here. I'd be surprised if they didn't, and I'm being very confusing the way I'm talking. Anyway, Vondrak is back in, looking to get his 4th touchdown on the game. And here's a handoff. Nope, it's a fake. Read option. And Esparza just keeps pushing for, I'm sorry. Vondrak, Marcus Vondrak keeps pushing forward.
Play is good.
I had Esparza in my mind because I saw him in motion. But Vondrak, his first run of the game, I believe, fakes the handoff to Malachi Smith and gets some good yards, keeps pushing ahead. He is a big guy. Now it's Smith in the backfield, taking the snap, and it's a handoff to the left side. There goes Smith. He had the great return earlier, and he's going to get some good yards here, and another stiff arm. And that's a small but powerful guy right there. He's got the speed. He's not the biggest guy out there like Allen on the opposing side, but he does make a miss, and he uses that stiff arm to perfection. Looks like they're in the hurry-up is the Crusaders as a few Centurions try to get off the field. Getting the call from the sideline is Vondrak. Smith lines up to the right side. Out of the shotgun is Vondrak. 4 wide. And he hands it off again to Smith. Smith stuttering and looking around. And he's going to spin and get a few extra yards. Good effort there by Smith. And this is exactly the type of drive you want to see out of the Crusaders with 2:15 left in this quarter. They are just methodically running the ball down the field. I know I've said that word a lot. I do like the word methodically. And they're going to run it quick here, try to get off another play. Another handoff to Smith, and he gets some more yards.
Malachi Smith on the carry.
So they're going to most likely just keep doing this till John Paul shows they can stop it, because they have not shown that yet. I'm going to flip my camera here again.
This is going to bring up a second down and 3.
2nd and 3, and we're going to get a timeout here as John Paul is scrambling to get all their players in the field.
On the field.
Score is 28-20 with under 2 minutes left in this second quarter. Crusaders, as we said, have gone 4 for 4 on scoring drives. 3 passing touchdowns. And Kruger with 1. Kruger with the concussion in last week's loss against the Regents. But he's out on the field now, and he's in the huddle. Good to see. He is in a few of my classes, and he's a pretty nice guy. I gotta say all of them are. A very quality team out there, showing their offensive power tonight. John Paul II, we had a bit of mix-up earlier. Did not know if they were the Centurions or the Guardians, because the John Paul II Guardians from New Braunfels and from Corpus Christi. So a little bit confusing at the start there, but we got it all figured out, I hope. I would say would not make any mistakes, so I'm going to go with him, but I just recently heard him say a 2-point conversion is good, and it was actually a touchdown. But we all make mistakes. I have made several mistakes throughout this stream. Anyway, just making small talk to nobody. And there's the screen pass to Romero. He's got some speed. He had an 86-yard touchdown earlier, and he's just going to keep fighting. He's another powerful, not too big guy. In real life, he is, or at school, he's pretty big, but on the football scale, he's about average to small size here. But he shows his speed, and there he shows his power trying to break through the table. Tackles, table. Why am I saying table? Anyway, no one in the backfield. Vondrak steps back a few. Good blocking by the Crusaders. Airs it out. He's got his man. It's Moreland. He plants his feet, and that's another touchdown. Joseph Moreland with his third receiving touchdown on the game, and quite the game for him. Him and Vondrak have been connecting all night, and there's the score, leaving only 1:19 left on the clock. And the Crusaders will take a 13-point lead here. I apologize, a 14-point lead. That was a great pass there. Once again, Vondrak just drops the ball right into the hands of his receiver, and Moreland burned him there. Moreland burned him on the route there. He just had to looked up right in time, and there's Sammy Stone, and he's going to make it a 15-point game before halftime. Now, I am curious. I'm curious to see if John Paul will throw some passing plays. It's not like the running game hasn't gotten them down the field, but it's taken a lot of time for them to get downfield each drive, except for the few big runs by Allen. And I wonder if they'll try to get a big run by him. Just, you can never predict those, though, on an average draw play. So I wonder if John Paul will throw the ball here. Now we have my friend Luke Poor, not emailing in, but texting on my stream, sending a message. He says, what is your favorite part about commentating? You can all see that. I've got to say my favorite part about commentating is just being a part of the game in my own small way. I know I'm not out there on the field, but I love to speak. Everybody says since I was young that I talk too much. Well, luckily I get to talk as much as I want up here in my little box, and I get to watch the game and be a part of this game in a very minute way and just have my own fun up here. Of course, it is fun to hang out with friends at the game, but I also love doing this and just perfecting my craft as John Paul takes it out to about the 30. Thank you for messaging in, Luke. I appreciate it. I'll check my email real quick here.
First and 10 from the 30-yard line.
And my email is dry. Okay. All right. I've only had a few people check in here on the stream. I appreciate all of them. Still trying to build up a little bit of a fan base. I know that's this is mostly just working on my craft, as I just said, but I do enjoy having people listen in and also enjoy Friday Night Football with the Crusaders. So I'm predicting pass here. They've got 3 to the left and now 4, and are they just going to screen this? No, he's going to pass up the middle, and they've got the completion, and there's the passing game that we haven't seen much from John Paul, but looked very solid there. They hit number 13, Fillmore. He's had a few jet sweeps, but there's a reception for him, and they're going to get up to almost midfield. Here's the same looking play. Allen to the left, and he's going to hit, and there's 2 for 2 on completions on this drive. And more. Going to get more yards as he breaks a few tackles. And the Centurions doing everything they can to get a score before halftime and put it back within 8. A good catch there by number 2, Chance Dittman. He's another senior. The Centurions offense seems to consist a lot of seniors, and just even though they don't have the lead, they don't have the tie game, they've been showing very solid offense here tonight, except for the 1 4th and out, which it seemed like the players, if you remember back to that, the players were scrambling around the field, had to call timeout, and then ended up not getting the first down, turning over the ball, which led to the Crusaders scoring advantage. But other than that, it's been back and forth all night. Very exciting to watch, and I'm going to flip the camera here. My camera is just a little blurry. Still got plenty of battery. Very happy to see that. My phone usually dies very quickly on these streams. It's hard to record for what we're at, an hour and 10 minutes straight. And out to the right in motion goes Allen as Olivo wrapped up at the feet at first by the defensive line and then ultimately taken down, and a flag thrown there. A good play by the Crusaders to shut him down after 2 high gaining plays. Let's see what they call this flag on, though. Referees talking over, or the crew chief talking it over to himself. Okay, so we've got a penalty on the defense. I can't hear it because some guy's yelling AAA. But, okay, unsportsmanlike conduct there. I'm going to bet one of the Crusaders defenders celebrated after the nice tackle, and the high school referees will have none of that, especially in taps.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Centurions.
So, after a nice stop, that'll mean nothing. And again, out to the right is Allen, and up the middle, this ball's tipped and picked off by Romero. Oh! And they've got to call him down right there. I think they are calling him down. Coughed it up at the end after a great play. You hate to see that, but high pass by Olivo, tipped and right into the arms of Romero, and that should do it for the halftime. Crusaders are going to get the ball here. 18 seconds left. I don't think they'll go for the score. I think they will take that and go into halftime with the 35-20 lead. Great job there by the defense after two high gaining plays by John Paul and then the unsportsmanlike penalty. First play they go to pass and a little inaccurate from Olivo. Tipped and picked off by the Crusaders. Great night for Romero. He's got a touchdown and a good kick return, I believe. A great chase down tackle and now an interception. Looking for one more play before halftime. Vondrak airs it back out to a wide open Romero, and maybe I was wrong with the 15-point lead. Romero down the sideline. Oh, and he slowed down. He eased up. Oh my goodness, and you had to just believe. I was thinking a little bit in my mind, but I didn't want to say it. After the gains they've had this game and the quick scores from the Crusaders, who wouldn't think that they'd get a score in 18 seconds? And that one, Romero got some distance, but just eased up toward the 5-yard line, as you see even NFL receivers do. He got tackled, and they're going to stop it with 4 seconds, and ultimately, the Crusaders will be upset, but not a big deal, and you can't blame them there. I mean, that is a long run, and you can see he's upset. He slams his helmet. He wanted it there. And we just heard one of the fans say that was a perfect play, and I completely agree. That was a perfect play there. Found the man open, knew that the receivers are getting separation on their defenders, and using that speed, Romero with an 86-yard touchdown. But it was a little different. Romero, earlier in this game, had a little screen pass and broke it out after juking a few defenders out for 86 yards. But this time, and he did ease up on the other one too, but there was enough separation for him to score. Here, nice. I gotta compliment the effort, as much as that was a mess up by Romero. And I hate when people get mad at a player for making a mistake after a huge gain. You have to be happy with that. But also a great effort by John Paul. And I seriously doubt this will even matter, because I think the Crusaders are going to score. Last play before half. And he's going to air it out. Got some room. Is Esparza. Does he get the foot down? He does! Touchdown, Crusaders! Another two-play long drive right before halftime, and that was impressive stuff. Great play calling by Coach Dykes and great execution. And Esparza's going to get his second touchdown after the long play by Romero. And did you have any doubt? 0-0-0 left on the clock, and the Crusaders are going to go up 42-20. Just some, as we said before, powerful offense here, and outsmarting John Paul and outplaying with our very tall receivers, our very speedy receivers, just using them to perfection. Got to compliment Jeff Dykes and his team here. Sammy Stone, I'm not going to jinx it, but I don't think he'll miss. He doesn't. And that'll send us to halftime here with the score 42-20. Crusaders up early. We've seen some great offense here. First, a 16-yard passing touchdown, Vondrak to Moreland, then a 68-yard passing touchdown, but a long run by Moreland, and an 80-yard touchdown by Romero, another short pass but long run. Then the 20-yard pass for the fourth touchdown, Kruger to Esparza. And now the long pass to Romero, who got it out to very close to about the 5-yard line, and with 4 seconds left, a great pass by Vondrak to Esparza to get the touchdown and take the lead. And that stop early on fourth down really seemed to help the Crusaders, but after stopping John Paul a few times, they've scored every time they've gotten the ball, and that's what's got them this giant lead here. So, great football from the Crusaders, and I'm going to leave it here for now. We'll be back at halftime. Thanks for watching, and so long.